Hello everyone, welcome to this overview of ftrack Studio 4.3. My name is Magnus Seklöv. I'm CTO for ftrack, and with me today I have Matthias, our product manager. So Matthias.
Hi everyone, Matthias, product manager here.
So why do we do 4.3 of ftrack? Well, first of all, we have made 4.3 designed to optimize our use of ftrack and to help your studio work more efficiently. So we have based this release on customer feedback, and we have worked with a theme that we call producer role. We have improved the client review, and we have been working with security. All those things is included in our roadmap, and I really hope that you will enjoy this latest release from us. In today's session, we will cover a few topics, of course. We will give you an understanding of ftrack Studio 4.3 and the new features. We will walk you through each implementation, and we will demonstrate in a test environment each feature, and then you can use these features to get the most out of ftrack. We will also provide some information about our security promise that we have made in our roadmap, and we will also discuss a little bit about TPM.
In 4.3, we have done a number of improvements to ftrack, especially regarding the overview page and the planning tools, and we will look into this in more detail soon. We'll also show you how you can share dashboards now in overview. We have updated ftrack with two-factor authentication. We have also made a lot of updates around the review tools, and I will showcase them in a little bit. And we now support multiple note labels. And then we have a few more really good features that we will show you today. First out is the improved planning tools. We have added the capability to group the timeline mode, and I'll show that. You can also color the timeline content, make timelines more compact, and of course, performance is better than ever before. So let's jump straight into that. The first thing I want to show you is the users spreadsheet here. You can see now that we have Andy up here. At the top, you can also see what different events he's planned to be working on. So for example, on agent 327, he will be working 50% with this. And this is something that you have not been able to see before, and we now show the 50% markup here, just to highlight that he's not working full-time on this one. We've also added new tooltips so that it is easier to get more information about tasks and events without having to open them. And as you can also see, this timeline here is grouped so that each task corresponding to a shot shows up here. So the parent of the task appears on each lane here. If I click on settings, I can choose between different group options. So I can group by parent, I can also group by project. So if I click on that one, it will appear grouped by the project. So you can see that all the tasks corresponding or in agent 327 is in one group here, and then desert trails, and then spring, and so on. I can also change the appearance of the schedule here and color the events by, for example, project or type, like this. And I can choose to also color the tasks by type, status, or priority. So in this case, we can color them by type, and we can also color the events by type here. So it's really flexible now in how you show the timeline views in ftrack. And you have the same thing for both users and projects. So we close this one and jump to projects. You can see that we have the full timeline view, in this case, grouped by type. And you have the same ability to change the colors and the group by settings here as well. If we want to, in filters, we've added also the capability to hide empty rows. So if you have a big number of projects or users, and some of them are not scheduled during a period of time, you can turn this on and they will be hidden so that the spreadsheet becomes much more compact. So there are a bunch of new features regarding the timeline view, and we hope that you have been inspired here now to just go in and check them out. We've also added the capability to share dashboards in Overview. So now you're able to share the dashboards with a specific user, all users in a group, everyone, or keep it private to yourself. So now let's take a look in ftrack how this can look. I have a dashboard called latest versions, and I want to share this with a group of users. So I can click share up here. Here I have a selection. I can share it only with my, or I can keep it private to myself. I can share it with everyone, or here I can select a group of users. So here I've selected the animators group and I can share it. And now everyone in the animators group will have it available. If I want to, I can share it with specific people as well. So this is a great way to set up a good dashboard that you want other people to have access to, and then you can share it and you can start reusing these dashboards.
So, question. If you want to share it with one specific person here, how would you do that then?
Yeah, so I can just remove these animators here and then let's share it with someone, Fran, and then click save. So now Fran will also have this dashboard.
Okay, perfect. Good feature.
It's a great feature.
It's a super great feature.
Okay, multiple note categories, or as we have now called them, note labels. When you write a note in ftrack, you have been able to put a category on it. From 4.3, we have renamed this feature to labels, and you can have multiple labels for your notes. So just quickly jumping back to ftrack and this geometry version here, I'll just click and open it, click on notes, and then write something here. Please update this according to previous feedback. In the labels, I can just click down here and choose between the different labels that you have set up in ftrack.
We have received some questions around how to actually improve the look and feel of notes.
Yep.
So if you would like to have some specific format, I mean, if you would like to have bold text or you want to write something more,
yep.
How would you do that?
Yep. So what I can do then is I can select my text up here in the note. And here we have a bunch of different formatting options. Bold, for example. So this will make the note bold when I post it. If I want to, I can put up a headline here as well, like this. And you also have options, for example, to put in bullet points like this. So we can put in a list of things that you want to have addressed. So list item number 1, list item number 2, and so on. If you want to know more about the formatting options, you can also click the question mark up here, and you will get some more information on what options you have.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have implemented Japanese and Spanish into ftrack. This means that you can, as a user, if you are Spanish speaking, you can change the user interface to your local language. So you're changing everything in the user interface into Spanish. We also have it for Japanese. But of course, all the text and stuff that is already written into ftrack will not be changed. So the user interface is changed so you can work more locally. Will we check this in ftrack?
Yes, let's have a look in ftrack. So I'll switch tab here. And I'm currently on the system settings page. Here we have something we call a default email language. So this is the system language used for emailing, for example, if you invite a new user. So if you have mainly a Spanish staff or a English staff or a Japanese staff, you put this setting into that language. So if I put Espanol here, we're going to send out invitations in Spanish. If I go up here and click on my account, I go to my personal settings instead of the global ftrack settings. So this is my personal setting for language. As of now, I have the browser preference. So if my browser is in Spanish, Japanese, or Chinese, my ftrack language will be the corresponding language. But I can also go in and explicitly set the language to something. So just select Espanol here and save, and then I'll be switching to the Spanish language.
This is a real improvement when it comes to security. So in our security roadmap, which we will come back to, we have a number of tasks to do, and one of them has been to FA. And ftrack now with the 4.3 release is more secure than ever before. This is available for all ftrack customers, so it doesn't matter really what plan you are on, if you're a studio, enterprise, or review. Everyone will get this feature. There will also be a blog that I have written around this topic, so you can access that one in your time.
It's good.
Yeah. So, but how about the new media review tools, Matthias?
Yes. So in 4.3, we have added the ability to add attachments from a client review session. So you can upload files while you review, and that's in bonus to the annotation tools, of course. We've also made it possible to switch between versions while you review. You can set the in and out points. You can have different brush sizes and so on. I'll show this now. So here I have an asset, and if there are multiple versions of this asset, I can just switch between them in this drop down. So just jumping back and forth between them really quickly. If I play back like this, I can set the in and out points. So the in point will be an I and the out point will be an O, like this. And we're going to loop between those. We've also added keyboard shortcuts here, so it's easier for you to find these shortcuts without going to our documentation. So here you have the in and out points, for example. And with C, I can clear them like this. If I pause now and annotate, I have the option to choose between different brush sizes like this. So I can choose the medium brush size 1. Let's switch the color and draw an arrow like this. Or I can change to a smaller arrow, like so. So it's really easy now and really good, and change between different brush sizes. I think the review tools are better than ever before. Security. Magnus, what can you say about security?
I love security. No, but I think it's great. I mean, we need to secure our assets. So we have done the TPN assessment, so we know now what you have been through, all of you customers that has done this. It's been a lot of work, and with that we can now have a lot of very good processes implemented to make our workflow, internal workflow, much more safe and secure for ftrack. We also have the roadmap, so it's been part of our roadmap for a while. And just to go through what we have done recently related to this security roadmap is that we have done the Bishop box penetration test. We have done private projects, and we have implemented an HR feature for absence management, which we will come back to in the next slide. So the security work is constantly ongoing, and with time tracking permissions, we have made it possible for you to configure a private project so you can make sure that you can have some privacy if you have that requirement for your staff. So not everyone can see, for example, sick leave.
Yeah, so essentially you can now control who sees what time logs. Yeah. And it's now governed by permissions.
We have done a lot of work with integrations also lately. We have improved Adobe integrations. So we have Illustrator improved and added to this family, which means that now when you work with Illustrator or you work with Photoshop,
After Effects, Premiere.
Yeah, you have the same way of working and interacting with your tasks inside of those products. So it's more easy for you, all the artists, to do this this work. We have also updated ftrack Python API with support for Python 3. We have released also support for Perforce, and we have the Unity and Unreal integrations updated. So maybe some of you have tried them out, and now we are very close to actually releasing the first real version of these integrations. So first one out will be Unity. And we have done improvements in the Unity integrations as well, which means that you can now publish the complete package. Okay, I think that's it.
Yes, great. Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you look forward to this release.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.